Hello guys, today I did this look for you guys. It's Wonder Woman comic book style inspired by Nikki Tutorials. So I'm not gonna talk that much and let's get to the video. Okay, so we're gonna start with our eyeballs, and yeah, this is gonna be super duper glam look, so let's get started. So I'm gonna be using this Estee Lauder palette, and I'm gonna be grabbing this chocolate brown color. I'm gonna pack my brush with that color. I'm gonna be doing a new technique that I've been seeing all over Instagram, and actually Nikki Tutorials did the same technique on the video that I saw of hers, which is the one I got inspired from. What we're gonna do is apply that all over the lid area and crease area. You're going to be grabbing a clean blending brush and smooth out those outer. I'm just going to be packing more of that color in the crease area. Now I'm going to be grabbing this Estee Lauder boxed eyeshadow thing. This is a very old. I've had this for the longest time, but I've never thrown it out because of these two shadows, which I love, and I'm going to be using this one. And I've been trying to remove the pants out, but I can't. So I'm just going to be using that in those areas that we already blended. I'm going to be grabbing this palette that I haven't used for the longest time on my channel. It's a Sephora Beautiful Crush palette, and I'm going to be using this dark brown right here. And we're going to blend this in. For the lids, I'm going to be grabbing the Wet n Wild Bold, and this, it has all of them here. I'm going to be using this gold shade right here. I'm just going to be grabbing a flat brush, and I'm basically going to cut my crease. To give it more of a gold foiled look, I'm going to be grabbing an eyeshadow from e.l.f. It's an eyeshadow duo. It has this beautiful foil gold here. This is what we're going to be using to set that gold. Grabbing my Estee Lauder palette, and I'm going to be grabbing this dark brown that looks almost like a black, and I'm going to be cutting up my crease even more with this little small brush. Okay, so now to clean up all of this up here, inner eye corner, this we can clean it later with foundation. But to clean up the brow area and the inner eye corner, we're gonna grab a very light shade and use a clean brush to blend that and have really nice seamless. Grab this Sephora Beautiful Crush palette again, and I'm going to be using this shadow right here in the corner, this beautiful shadow here. We're gonna do wing liner, and we're also going to be doing this little line here and the cut crease to give it that 2D feel of comic book Wonder Woman. Using my NYC liquid liner, felt tip one and the liquid version. So first of all, we need a very dramatic wing. So I did a pretty long line from my outer eye corner to the end of my eyebrow. And that's basically how I do always my liner. I connect the outer corner to my brow. And that's how I get those wings to be all lined up and everything all nice and symmetric. So now I have to stay like this until that liner dries, because if it doesn't dry and I open up my eye, it's going to be a mess. And if I don't know if you can see this, but I accidentally did a little dot there of liner, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So I'm gonna do my other eye out of camera and I'll come back with you guys. Okay, so I already mapped both eyeballs. I popped on some lashes and a bit of mascara to glue my natural lashes to the fake ones. So I'm gonna start by doing my eyebrow. I love to use this little powder side for when I don't have time to do my makeup and just buying some dots of concealer, some lip gloss, and brows. So I just like swipe the little powder thing on my brows and it's great. So if you don't have this, you should go and try it out. I'm doing my face now and I'm going to start by moisturizing and priming. So before foundation, we're going to do contour and highlighting and concealing underneath my foundation. I've been loving this technique of doing my contour first and then the foundation on top. I feel like it blends everything so naturally and so beautifully, and everything looks great on the skin, and it doesn't look as heavy. So I'm gonna be starting by using my NYX Wonder Stick. This is in the shade medium. Now for highlight, I'm not going to be using the one from the NYX stick. I'm going to be using the Super Stay Better Skin Concealer as a highlighter and concealer at the same time. So just going to dot this underneath my eyes and cheek area. Okay, so once I look like an Indian, I'm gonna be applying the foundation on top, and that will blend everything in very flawlessly, and it's gonna look very natural and very pretty. So I'm gonna be using my Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I love how this looks. And I've never actually used any of these with foundation, so I wanted to try it out because I always use sponges or brushes, but like beauty sponges, beauty blenders and stuff, but never these. So I was wondering how they work, so I wanted to try one, and I'm gonna be using this. Since these are like plain white, this looks so dark, like my foundation. So this is how I've been doing my foundation and contour and concealer all at once, and I really love how it looks. It actually doesn't look as heavy. I don't know why it doesn't look as heavy, but I mean, it looks better to me at least. I don't know if you would like this technique, and if you try it out, please comment below if you like it or not. I actually saw this technique a lot in Instagram, and I was like, oh, I should try this out, and I did, and I love it. I swear by it now. It's honestly the easiest way to blend in your contour, and it looks great. Okay, so now to set, I'm going to be setting my under eyes and areas I highlighted with airspun powder, and I'm going to be using the same thing. So to set my contour, I'm going to be using my C Smooth Skin Bronzer. It sets the contour area, and it also bronzes up the skin so I don't look so pale. And so I'm just using this little brush here from e.l.f. Now that I bronzed up my skin, I'm going to be removing the baking. I don't really leave it on for that much, so I'm just using this brush. I'm going to be applying some blush, and I'm going to be using, this is a palette that I use to mix foundations on. It's from the Color Workshop. It's a very cheap palette from Walmart, and they're actually very pigmented, and they're very good at blending, but they're extremely pigmented. So I wanted a very bright pink blush, since this is Wonder Woman is red, and I don't have a red blush, but I do have hot pink blushes. So I'm gonna be using this one right here, and I'm gonna tap it in once and dust it off. And as you can see, it's crazy bright. It's very pigmented. Go for a second tap. And I think we're good with blush. Don't want to look like a clown here. I usually apply blush in my nose area as well, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay. So now I'm going to be doing some highlighter. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette, and I'm going to be using this beautiful shade right over here, Forever Lit, mixed with this golden shade, which is Glow Get. Okay, so now I'm gonna be doing my lower lash line, chocolate brown here, which is the one that we use in our crease. So I did some white liner in those inner eye corners to open up the eyes. Sorry for the background noise. Someone decided to cut the grass now of their houses. So, sorry for that. But I just did that smoky effect in the lower lash line and opened up the eyes with some white face paint. So So now I'm going to be doing the forehead area of Wonder Woman, and we're gonna start by using some black liner. So I'm gonna zoom out right here real quick. There we go. And the point here is to do like a centerpiece here and then go out. I'm also gonna be using my liquid liner, but I'm gonna be using a brush where I want it to be. I have a big forehead, so it's gonna be a very big piece. We're gonna be going back to that gold that we used in our lids. I'm gonna be grabbing that Wet n Wild gold again, and that's what I'm gonna be applying all over this area right here. So I already applied that gold up there, and we're going to go back into this gold shadow and apply that all over. Got that all covered in gold. Now we have to do some shading in there, so I'm gonna get a bronze shadow and bronze up the corners. I'm going to be using this shade right here from the Sephora Beautiful Crush palette, and with that I'm going to be shading. I'm gonna grab a light gold, and I'm gonna grab this light gold right here to highlight. There we go. So now I'm gonna grab a red lipstick to do the little red star in the center and my lips as well. From Bite Cosmetics, they have these little duos that have a gold in one side and red in the other, and I'm going to be using this red today, and I love it. But before that, I'm going to be sparkling it up a bit with this beautiful gold lipstick. It just adds some beautiful glitter and sort of highlights in the center as well. Okay, so once I'm done with that, okay, I'm going to grab the small little brush, and with this I'm going to be doing the little star in the center. It's a beautiful cherry red lip, which I love. It's honestly my favorite red in my collection right now. It's my summer red. My NARS Cruella Velvet Matte Lip, and I love this thing. It's such a Now we're gonna line with a black the whole face and with white to do the highlights to make it look very comic book-ish. And I'm gonna be grabbing this NYC liner, and I'm just going to be doing cheeks, brows, a nose, and this thing right here. Okay, so now I did all the black lines and stuff. I did a little bead mark there, and I'm going to be highlighting with some white now. The highlights, I'm going to do a little little dot here in my nose and a bit one here. Yeah. And one here. And one in the inside part of the eye. And in the lips, I'm going to do one down here. Thanks guys for watching my videos. As always, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. All of my social media will be now in the end of the video, and thanks for watching guys. Bye!